Hey everyone, it's Tori, and if you are brand new here, welcome. I am a modern crafty girl. I love all things crafting, including sewing, hand embroidery. Well, yeah, hand embroidery. You could do machine embroidery, but hand embroidery, Cricut, which we're going to be talking about today, and so many other things. And what I do because I'm so into so many different crafts is I share with you easy ways to make things happen. So all the tips and tricks that I learn, I share right here on this YouTube channel. So if that sounds good to you, don't forget to subscribe for future content. Again, you don't know what you're gonna get. It's whatever my ADHD brain latches onto at the moment. And today, as I mentioned, we are gonna be talking about Cricut. That is where my brain took me today. We went back all the way back to Cricut stickers. Now, one of my most popular videos here on YouTube is about Cricut stickers. It was a tip that I found when I first started using my Cricut. I did actually give the creator that I learned it from on TikTok a shout out during that original video. I'll link it here for you so that you can, if you haven't seen it. But essentially it was just a little hack on how to print more space with your Cricut, with your stickers. The video got really popular. A lot of people said it didn't work for them. Most people say it did work for them. But what I'll say is I still use it to this day and it totally works for me. So, because I have been spending so much time with my Cricut lately and stickers, today I wanted to figure out how can I print kiss cut stickers. First of all, okay, kiss cut stickers versus die cut stickers, as well as how can I get them on a sheet, right? Because I'm printing out these 8.5 by 11 sheets of stickers and they just don't look cool. They don't look professional. They just look like I took a sheet of paper. Even if I were to round the edges and maybe use my scissors to create really sharp edges, it still wasn't getting the job done that I wanted. So what I did today is I did a ton of research and and not just today, by the way, I've been doing research for a little bit, but I got to practice today and do some hands-on testing to see what works best for me. What I'm going to tell you here today may not work for you exactly. You may have to adjust it a little bit, but I am going to break it into some easy to follow steps. That's one of the things that I like to see. Just tell me what I need to do step by step in an easy to follow format. So before we dive in, I do want to clarify, in case you are unsure, the difference between die cut and kiss cut stickers. If you don't know the definition, it is okay. You are not expected to know everything, and if someone calls you out and says that you should know it, they are wrong. Guess what? We're all learning. So die cut versus kiss cut. So a die cut sticker like this, it stands on its own, it's cut all the way around, super simple, die cut. These are great if you're gonna put them in your packages, so that's what I do. I send them with my packages for Etsy, slip a couple of these in the packaging, and it's super cute. However, the kiss cut allows you to keep a backing on the back of your sticker and peel them off when you need to. So those are really good if you're doing like labels and you want to make it really easy to pull off the stickers and put on your labels each time. Or if you're going to do sticker sheets. So these are not the finished product. I'm gonna actually do that with you right now. These were my tests that I was doing earlier, but this is what my sticker sheets are looking like right here. So you'll see that it does have the sticker backing around here, so that's gonna be stuck on here. You could design that if you wanted to. I'm not gonna get that in depth with this, but the Cricut did the cutting for me. I did not have to do it. The stickers are here on the backing. I actually used a standard grip mat, which made it cut a little bit deeper. So we are going to follow a few different steps to get something that looks similar to this. In fact, this one's actually, that's the bad one. This is the one that looks better. So let's dive into how we are actually going to get these sticker sheets made with our Cricut. So let's go.
We're gonna make it really easy and start right in Cricut Design Space. Everything we're doing is done with Cricut Design Space. A lot of the research that I did, it was having you use Procreate and Illustrator and all these, and Canva and all these other softwares, which I do love and I do have, but I wanted this to be as simple as possible. So Cricut Design Space, as simple as it gets. And we're gonna start with the sticker backing. Now, we are going to start step one by adding a shape. Now we're going to add the shape that has the scalloped or the rounded edges, because those rounded edges or those rounded corners, that's what makes it look really cool and professional without having to use an extra, corner cutter or anything like that. So we're going to add our square. Now you can also, for sticker backing, you can add your branding in different colors if you want to get that, intricate with it. For this process, I'm going to show you the most basic way without color, just a very simple way to make this happen. So step one was we added our square. Now, a couple things we're going to do to this square. First, we're going to resize it. So up at the top, actually over here, we're going to unlock it so that we can change the dimensions from width and height. So we're going to change the width to 4.625, okay? So 4.625, and then we're going to change the height to that number that we know so well, 6.75. Okay, so this is going to be our sticker sheet. Now we are going to rotate this, so bear with me right now. Again, step one, this is what you want to do. Add your square with rounded corners and then change your size up here at the top. Once you've done that, one recommendation I do have for you is to change the color of this square. Now, the color will not print. This is not a print to cut image. This is just going to be a cut image. But as you start to add your stickers to it, it's going to be easier to kind of arrange them and see how it's actually going to look. I'm going to change this to one of my favorite colors, pink. Easy, breezy, done. Okay, so that is step one. In order to make this so that Cricut can cut both a kiss cut as well as this sticker backing out completely, we do need to do an extra step. Now, I have never done engraving on my Cricut yet. Some of you may have explored that aspect. So one thing with engraving, you need to actually, it makes multiple passes, I guess. And I think same thing with wood. So it makes multiple passes so that it can cut all the way through. Now, what we're going to be doing with just our sticker backing here is we're going to be duplicating this square a number of times. And the reason for that, we're going to actually attach them. But the reason we're going to be duplicating them is that's going to tell the Cricut you need to go around this square however many times that you duplicate it, which that way it'll cut all the way through, because that's what we want. We want the sticker backing to cut all the way through. So all you have to do is copy this square. You can do Command C, or there's a copy function you can do, I think just by clicking on it, and then Command V. There it is. Now, you really want to test this and see. I used 9 of these last time because all the research I saw, a lot of people were using, like from 9, 10, 11. For the sticker paper that I used, I think that 9 was a little overkill. So I'm actually just going to do 8 this time and see how it turns out. So we added all of those. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to select all of them. And then you do want to align them all. So we're going to center, boom. So they're all essentially one. Think about it this way. This is how my brain went to it. It's kind of like saying, hey, this is a thicker piece of paper, Cricut, and you're going to need to cut this a lot more than you will the other stickers. Now, before you click away from this, come over to the right and attach. You do want all of them attached together. So that's step one. So now we have our sticker backing. Step two is to add your stickers. Now, I have already added my stickers, but add however you want to add your stickers to your sticker backing, that is completely up to you. You can add them. What I ended up doing is I added them one at a time, and then I ended up moving them around until I got to the shape that I wanted. Now, I do have to align this or arrange it and send it to the back. Now, double check to make sure when you add your stickers, you don't want to be close to the edge because it is going to be cutting all of that off. So I'm going to move this a little, even though it says it's aligned. So now we have our stickers right on top of our sticker backing, and our stickers were just, you'll see, show you just the stickers. It is just the regular print to cut or print then cut with an offset. That is all those are. Now we're going to attach all of this together, so you do want to attach it. Okay, so that's where we are so far. So number one, we added our square, which is our backing. We duplicated it. I did it 8 times, and then we attached it to create that sticker backing. Then the second step was to add your stickers, however many you want, however you want it to be, and then we attached all of it together. The next step is we're going to duplicate everything. So we're going to select the whole thing. Now the reason we're doing this is because we actually can get 2 of these sticker sheets on one page, which is fantastic because the measurements are going to equal out to that 675 and 925. Now we're going to get it as close as possible here. I love using this align feature, by the way, so I'm going to align these across the bottom so that they are perfectly aligned, and then I'm going to attach them both together. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to rotate, and we're going to click 90 degrees. We're going to rotate these 90 degrees. And there we go. Now you'll see our width is 9.25 and our height is 6.75. That's exactly what we're looking for, right? That's going to give us the maximum amount of space that we can print on with sticker sheets. So now we've done all this, the next step is to make it. Now, once you get to the Make It page, it's going to show you that both of them are going to print here on this page. Everything looks great, and then we continue. You'll send it to the printer as you normally do because it is going to print all of your stickers. When you send to the printer, one thing that I just learned that it was something that I had not been doing is if you use, if you use offset or if you have white borders around your stickers, you do not need to have a bleed. That actually might impact the sticker. So also I don't use System Dialog because I don't need to, because my System Dialog, I have a front loading printer, so I don't need to change that to any other settings. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and print these out and go to the next step. Now, while that's printing, I do want to point out to you what sticker paper I use because, as I mentioned before, the settings that I find to work has to do with the type of paper that I'm using. So you'll have to do a couple of times trial and error just to see what is going to work best. But this is the paper that I have been using. I actually find it to work really, really well. Sorry, the printer is really loud right now. But I find it to work really, really well. The price is pretty okay. It turns out to about, for the 30 pack, it's about 50 cents, a 8.5 by 11 sheet. So if you're selling those, I don't sell them, I just give them away, but it's actually a pretty good deal and it works really well. This is the waterproof vinyl stickers. So that actually is going to impact the settings that I use on this next step. Now, after your stickers have printed and you've let them dry, I have found that you do need to let your paper dry a little bit. The next step is going to be to set your base material. This is where the challenge comes in because I've heard so many different people try different things. I've heard that sticky notes are the way to go. I've heard that premium vinyl is the way to go. I used sticky notes earlier today, and that's where it was almost what I was looking for, but it wasn't quite there. So I'm actually going to change this, and I'm going to do washi tape. I learned this trick. I actually texted one of my besties who has been using Cricut for 10 years, and she said that she actually uses the washi tape setting. I'm probably spelling it wrong. There it is. Washi sheet is what it is. I'm going to star that so that I can come back to that later. So let's see. This is a test. We're going to do this together. But like I said, it's up to you and you'll want to test. But these are the three that I have heard work really well. Sticky note almost worked. And the other thing I want to mention is the mat matters as well. I was using a standard grip mat with sticky note. And what it was doing is it was really holding on to that backing, and so I think that was also an issue. So for this test that we're doing right now, I'm actually going to be using a light grip mat, and we're going to try the washi sheet setting.
All right, well now it's the true test. So unfortunately, I forgot to flatten one of the images, or actually a couple of the images. So this side over here is not going to be as beautiful, but we're going to start by pulling off. Oh, look at this. Okay, so 8 seems to work. I actually might recommend even less than that, but for this paper, 8 does work. Okay, so that's the first piece right there. The second piece is we want to see if these are going to come up when we pull them. That's always the test, right? Because we want it to be a kiss cut and not a die cut. So I'm gonna start by grabbing this. Oh my goodness. I think that I nailed it on the head. I think this is exactly what I wanted. Now the other tip, as you probably know, is to bend your mat and not your items. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, these large mats are a pain. All right, so we're going to bend the mat. Oh, it's perfect. Look, it didn't even cut at all. Oh my gosh, it's exactly what we were looking for. Okay, so here we go. Here is our first official kiss cut. All right, so I'm like blown away. This is exactly what I wanted. You can see that now the kiss cut means that I could, right? I could peel this back a little bit and look, the sticker comes right off, but it's still on the backing. So if I'm not ready to use it. So how cool is this? Now, some other things that you could do, which I may explore later on, is you could actually create a customized backing here. So you could add like your branding up at the top. You could change the color of it if you wanted to. There's a lot of things you could do. Now that you have the steps down, I want you to give it a try. And I want you to see how it works for you. Just a reminder, sticky note, premium vinyl, or washi sheet. Those are the three that I have heard. For me, with the paper that I showed you, the washi sheet works the best. 8 passes for the square, and it's perfect. It's so wonderful. So hopefully you like this video. I am so excited. I feel like I'm going to be doing stickers now, like for the rest of the night. But if you like this content, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for future content. Every time I learn something about Cricut, I'm going to share. Same thing with sewing and all of that. So thanks for joining me today. And until next time, everybody, see you.